Sugar and scrolling are my two greatest vices, and in this video, I will show you exactly how to quit. And for that matter, quit any bad habit. To be clear, bad habits are not the root cause problem. They're a symptom of a deeper problem that you might not even understand. If you think about why we do a bad habit, for example, in my case, why did I eat sugar? And the answer was honestly because I felt like it, right? And I wouldn't even eat sugar when I was hungry. It was just like there was nothing to do. So I just automatically went to the bad habit. I just went to the sugar. And the real cause of this, if you really break it down and think about it, is because you don't know how to sit by yourself, right? In the last 37 days where I've completely eliminated sugar from my diet, I've been forced to do essentially like sit there and do nothing, right? Because previously when I had a craving for sugar, I would just instantly go get something sweet and eat it. However, now I have to sit there and be like, oh, I want the sugar, but I'm not going to have it. And what that makes me do is be able to be comfortable being by myself. And that causes me to have to experience emotions that I wouldn't otherwise have experienced. What does that mean? For example, anxiety is an emotion that I feel, but I don't like to feel it, right? But if I just go straight to eat the junk food, right? I never have space in my mind to feel the anxiety, right? So there's the philosophical question, did the anxiety really exist? Because I didn't feel it, I just went straight to the junk food. But yes, it did really exist. I'm coping for that emotion by eating the junk food. And it could be the same for like boredom or something. You're coping for boredom by scrolling on your phone. So the same applies for any bad habit. There's an underlying reason why you do any bad habit, and that's why it feels so automatic to do the bad habit. Your brain instantly goes to that so that it doesn't actually have to experience any of the emotions that maybe you weren't allowed to express as a child. For example, I grew up in an Indian American household. I wasn't allowed to experience emotions. That's not a thing in my family. That's not a thing that we do until we got much, much older, right? And then so there's probably so many experiences where you wanted to express your emotions throughout your childhood, but you never actually got the chance to do it. And now as an adult, you totally can. And it's your responsibility now to actually, express those emotions, but you need to give yourself the time and space to do it. So instead of doing a bad habit, consciously sit there and stare at a wall. That's literally the solution. Sit there, don't do the bad habit, stare at the wall, and you'll experience some uncomfortable feelings, and you just have to sit there with it until your mind processes the emotions, and then you won't even feel like doing the bad habits anymore. Most people don't even want to do the bad habits. I never wanted to eat sugar. I never wanted to scroll on my phone. But I ended up doing it because it was a cope for an emotion that was unresolved. And once you make that realization, then you don't even get the temptations to do the bad habits anymore.